We're with South Stormont Mayor Bryan McGillis. Mayor McGillis, you've been getting a lot of strange phone calls this weekend, and it's the last weekend of the election, and I guess some people are starting to get desperate. What are some of the types of calls you've been getting?
Well, I've received many calls, as you said, from some of our residents, and they're concerned about the things that things are being said from a couple of people knocking on doors and you know, just saying things that are untrue. And they were asking me to verify things and clarify things, and that was being said, and the mistruths and, you know, misleading the people. And it's not a problem to clarify it. And I've actually encouraged anybody that you know, things that I make, statements I made in terms of numbers or whatnot, to call the township or the treasurer and to find out if you know, to clarify that what I'm saying is correct. Can
you share some of the things that are being said?
Well, the first thing, yeah, there's some things that are being said is that we have a $10 million debt. This thing is like it's a service that we provide to the municipality, to the people. We're committed to providing that service. Every municipality in Ontario provides a service to the community, and that is when, say, for example, when farmers apply for tile drainage loans. Well, what we do is the money comes from the province. We pay the farmer, and the farmer pays back the township, and we pay the money back to the province. It's a service, again, that we provide for our farmers, and that is, as some are saying, this is a debt to us. It's money in, money out. It's not a debt to our budget. It's a debt to the township. They're the ones that manage this money.
In layman's terms, it would almost be like co-signing a loan.
This would be the same thing, really.
So what would happen if a farmer defaulted on that loan?
The farmers don't default on loans. I've never seen it. I suppose there's other means to collect. I mean, they put it probably on their taxes.
So how is this being portrayed to the public that you're getting these phone calls?
How it's being portrayed? It's just they're wondering why these certain two people are going out saying, and it's Tammy Hart and Rick Courier, to be honest with you.
And Tammy Hart's the deputy mayor, so she was present at the meeting when the accounting firm came to council and said what good condition the township is in financially.
Yeah, actually, it was Ross Markle that he had an audit done at the end of May, and he said that our municipality ranks #1 in the area in terms of our finances, and he was comparing us to all ST&G in the city of Cornwall, and I took, you know, I thought that was pretty interesting when he put it like that. Another thing, part of this debt is, like, say, for example, when people hook up to services. I mean, a lot of people can't pay up. They either have an option or the opportunity to pay out right away, or they have the option to debenture it. Well, if they debenture it, some of them debenture to 20, 25, even 30 years. So that's not a debt again to the township. It's a debt that is owed to the township, which actually we pay back to the institution that the township borrows it from.
Now, the deputy mayor was sanctioned 4 weeks' salary for council salary by the integrity commissioner for something similar to this, and putting out false information to the community. Why do you think that she is doing this?
Well, I can't speak for her, but I mean, if you're going to tell people regarding debt, don't tell half the story, tell the whole story. It alters the truth when you only tell half.
So what are some of the other things that people are calling you about?
The debt to the township was one. They talked about issues of the pellet plant. $700,000. Rick Curry's going around saying that the township, it was a cost to them of $700,000, which is totally asinine. I mean, we received $76,000 from the Stascos for the property. As a down payment. That's $76,000 was put into an economic development fund, and the other part of the money was actually paid on taxes owed. So actually, we made money with the property. If nobody else knocked on their door for the property, so, you know, it's something that, you know, if you look at the things at the town, I mean, we've done a lot to bring in development in our community. You know, and that was a team effort by council and also our developers, investors, and owners. And also, you know, I have to give kudos to Jamie Cameron, the real estate agent. He's done a fantastic job in our community all our vacant buildings now are sold.
Wasn't there a letter from the Stascos regarding the deputy mayor and her antics?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I received a letter. They were, they're not happy. I mean, they're out there trying to seek funding for a project, $100 million project, and it's hard to get financing when somebody's always criticizing the project. So it's not favorable for them, and it's not favorable for trying to bring industry in our community. The other investors know that it's not. She wasn't speaking for everyone on council or staff. So I had to send letters of support stating that.
Now, this has been one of the dirtiest elections. I think we've heard comments from yourself and other people. There was a story in the Freeholder about signs being stolen. I think you yourself had some issues with signs.
Yeah, there was people who called and saw them taking signs. People saw people just taking signs. There was cars going around and throwing them in the trunk and taking off, or running down the street with them.
Why do you think this particular election has been so dirty?
I think there was a lot of smearing going on and mudslinging. I mean, it's not. I've been in many elections throughout my career as a politician. I started at the age of 27. I ran against, I think 11 councillors at the time, and I had the most votes at that time. And since then, I've never looked back. I mean, I've always been politically minded. I think that I've made a heck of a difference in our municipality, South Stormont, and previous to that, as a former Cornwall Township. And it's not. Things aren't the same as they used to be. It's not a pleasurable thing to be involved in as much as it used to be. I used to enjoy elections, but all this negativity is not good for any candidate, and mostly it's not good for a municipality. It's not good for any municipality for things like this to go on. You don't have to be negative. I'm trying to be as positive. I've always taken the high road, and there's things that sometimes it has to be said.
Looking at some of the numbers from the different municipalities in the area in the city of Cornwall, we all knew that the impact was going to be raising property values, and you've had a lot of property growth. The development in South Stormont per capita is huge, especially in the Long Sault area. You've actually managed to compensate the taxpayers, your council, by dropping taxes nearly 5% over this last term. But dropping, lowering taxes.
Minus 5.3%. And we've dropped it in the last 4 years, but try to balance it. I mean, a lot of people in our community is finding it hard. I mean, it's hard if seniors' incomes don't go up as much as the assessments are going up in homes, and it's the value. Actually, you try to, as I said, compensate, but the value we're getting charged on taxes in terms of the value of our either land or buildings. And
Cornwall compounded raises of almost 2% a year over the last term, so there's a big difference. How do you feel when you get attacked in this election on the performance and the quality of financial health of the township?
Well, I mean, it's not. I don't feel good about it at all, and I don't think the rest of council and staff. We worked hard to maintain a good tax rate. We were the lowest in SDNG and the city of Cornwall as well. I mean, we've always had a perfect balance sheet at the end of the year, and to say that we're in this debt, it's asinine. It's not true at all. I mean, the township has never been in any better position in any way, including our economic development, recreation department. We've done a lot of work in terms of recreation. I mean, if you look at the splash pad and the soccer fields. I mean, when I first started on council as a mayor, I mean, there wasn't a lot of people involved in, say, for example, soccer. We built those soccer fields. We upgraded the ones in St. Andrews, and there's over 500 kids now playing soccer. We retrofitted the St. Andrews pool with the heaters and change rooms and our tennis courts. Everything we're building on a recreational.
Do you feel some of the statements made by your competitor in this election have any validity? Anything that Mr. Bancroft has said, do you think any of that sticks with the public?
Well, he had his turn in the previous. I think he spent 15 years. Part of that was in the former Osnabrück Center, and I worked with Jim. And there's some things that he made comments that he's going to pave all the roads. I mean the funding has dropped significantly, and it's to say that is, I would say I'd have to question that. Where are you going to get the money? I know North Dundas said they were going to have that program and start paving all the roads.
That's where Eric Duncan is.
That's correct, and I don't think they paved one new road this year because, I mean, the funding's not there.
How much would it cost approximately to pave all the roads in South Stormont that are?
It's very costly. It depends what you pave it or surface treat it. But, we have a program. It's a 10-year program. It's a road study that we have now, and we're trying to follow it. I mean, some things we change. It's up to the council what they want to change, but we've done a lot of infrastructure work where all our bridges are completed, and they're probably maintenance free for the next 20 years. Then they still have to be engineered to ensure that, you know, for the inspections of the bridges and whatnot for yearly. But the thing is, we can now work towards our roads and our sidewalks and things like that. We can concentrate more on those things.
So with 2.5 days left before the voters make their decision Monday night, what are you going to be doing, and where do you see this ending? How do you think this election is going to turn out in South Stormont?
Well, of course, I'm feeling confident that from speaking with the people, the constituents, most of them feel that this council has worked extremely hard. We brought again, when you look at all the initiatives that we move forward in, I think that they're very confident that if they vote for me in the next election, that I'm going to continue building on all the achievements that we've done in the past. And there's still a lot of things we want to work on. We have land now with 650 acres that we worked with the Municipal Affairs to get redesignated from rural to industrial. We're now, for the other lands and where the pellet plant was looking to build, we're being sites, right now we're going to be soon site certified, and that means throughout Ontario, and that means that we're going to be featured worldwide. So you can't get, the province is going to be our real estate agent, so that's huge for us too as well. So things are really doing well, and I'm looking forward to working in the next 4 years and building on what we've done.
All right, thank you very much.